Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, June 2nd. What's going on? Let's get this thing pinned here. Okay, good morning. Good morning. Let's get into things right now. Welcome to QOL Trading Pre-Market Analysis. And let's get right into our economic data that we have here right now. We've got some Fed speak happening right now. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. At 9 o'clock, you've got British Pound, Governor Bailey speaks. That could move some things right whenever what she has to say. And then also you've got JOLTS job openings at 9 o'clock. I don't see anything else on the docket for today. Tomorrow, non-farm unemployment change, and then ISM manufacturing at 9 o'clock. So that's it for Wednesday. Thursday, unemployment claims. And then you've got Bailey still speaking tomorrow at 10:40. So I'd be prepared for any comments that come out of there. So Friday. You've got a bunch of stuff on Friday. You got our hourly earnings at month over month, non-farm unemployment change, and unemployment rates, and that'll be it for the week. Headline right now, it's all about deal in Iran. It seems to be a little bit of a pause right there, so it's giving some people time to backlash. And also, again, as I said yesterday, Congress is back in session. Tonight, between the congressmen and Senate people, you've got 500 people that are looking to grab the mic and start bashing each other. So, like I said yesterday, can't stand this time of the year, especially before midterms, and I cannot stand politics. So, anyways, getting into it, before we get going right now, I put a link in there for the website. Go to the website here. You can access everything that you need up at the top here. Put your name, your email address in here, and you'll be able to get a free subscription to our weekly newsletter that we put out on Sundays. It's pretty much a week in review, and then also what to expect in the weeks to come with geopolitical news, and then everything, of course, that's happening here domestically. Up at the top here, if you want to join our Discord community, you can click this icon here for Discord. That is free. If you want to join our trade desk, which we do live trading from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time, you can click this live trade desk. And then, of course, here is the YouTube symbol, which would bring you directly to our site. If you click this live trade desk here, it'll bring you right here. You can join. You can also join our free access for the Discord station. And then on our Discord station, when you get to the station or channel rather, this is the free. Most of the channel is free except for the trade desk here, right? So you've got right here. I post every morning the link of where you're at right now, and it talks, so you can go back and you can look at all the pre-market analysis that we have. I have a levels channel here. If you want me to draw some supply and demand levels for you, just drop a comment below here or drop a comment in the chat. I'll be glad to go over some levels for you. However, I do not do penny stocks. And then again, here's another way to access our trade desk here, right? Okay, sounds good. We're done with the housekeeping stuff here, so now let's get into it. The VIX right now, the VIX is starting to elevate a little bit. You still got to get a little bit of a gap up here from the other day, down at 1532. We do have some areas that have gap downs here from $25.74. That's from April 8th, and then the last one at $30.34. So the VIX starts elevating there. I would expect equities to start to flush a little bit, which would not be unhealthy for the market at all. However, the VIX, we are still below the 1714 20-day moving average. And then you've got this 1843 200-day moving average sitting at the 200-day exponential moving average. So that's it for the VIX. You know what? Let's take a peek at oil real quick. I'm just going to look at crude. Starting to elevate a little bit. Nothing horrible right now, but you saw yesterday it popped up into this 94.78 level. Still have a gap down at 96.98 dollars per barrel from May 22nd, and then I don't see any other gap downs from there. And then we are above the 100-day moving average at 84.05 a barrel. Let's just see us pop below that, and then potentially get down to this 200-day moving average at 72 and a quarter dollars per barrel. Let's get over the ES. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button, like this video. And then, of course, you can go and click down in the description area and join our Discord community. And everything is pretty self-explanatory once you hit those hit the link there. So all-time high up at 76.32.25. What do I have above that? I've got 77.59.20, 77.59.35, 200% extension Fibonacci level. So that's all I have on the top side. Downside, I like this. I don't mind this 514 level. It seemed to come in on all charts here. This 75.40 all-time high there. I like that. So if you do lose this 75.30 0.75 level, yeah, 75.70.75, you've got that 75.40 right there. And then if you lose that, 74.85.70 is my next level after that. You can see this is a nice little speed zone here. So if you lose this, you probably quickly move down here. And if you lose that support, then 74.85, I don't have anything else really stopping it. I mean, you could possibly get some support down at these lows right in here, right? 75.17. So take a snapshot, put it on your charts. Okay, we're moving on. Let's get over to the SPY. SPY, same thing. Let me see what the SPY did. Did we create an open point of control? We did. So SPY, we created a little bit of an open control yesterday, so we will mark that down here. I missed that this morning. Okay, point of control's done. So I would say if we pop up into this 759.49, you'll probably get a little resistance in there. Same thing here. This previous all-time high at 754. If you lose that, this creates a nice little speed zone down here. 749.53, which is the previous all-time high. And then if you lose that, 743.46. We are well stretched above the 20-day moving average. I'd like it to, maybe meet up here in a few days. Kind of a little consolidating happening right now. However, you got a little speed zone here. So if you lose 754, 749.53 is coming into play. If you lose that, 743.46, right? Sounds good. Let's keep moving. NASDAQ, same thing. NASDAQ, you've got your all-time high created yesterday, 30,693. And I like this level right here, 30,270. I drew this level yesterday. I said if you have to hold this level in pre-market yesterday in order to continue to move higher. If you lose that, you'll flush down. I got us flushing down here to this 29,783.54. Big speed zone here. There's really no buyers. Straight up move. I talk about it all the time. That at some point, these people, the people that are long here, if you start losing some levels here, they may think that they're done and they're going to start getting out of their position and maybe creating a new position for the short side. If you do pop up and you get above 30,693, my next level I have up here, and I've had it up here for a while, 31,174.73, which is also right in line with this 127% Fibonacci extension at 31,212 and change. So watch those levels right there. But I would watch this level right here, this 30,270 this week. If we lose this, if we flush out to this level right here, it'd be pretty important level here to hold, right? Okay, let's get over to the Qs. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and like this video. Qs, same thing here on the Qs right now. You're sitting here at yesterday's close, just below it. Got an 741. I think this is going to be your range here today. So if you break out one way or the other from 741.63, it's the high from Friday, and 735.25 is the low from Friday. I could see us getting into this range and just trading it within this range, but you could use this as a little breakout, right? So that, how we do our 5-minute opening range breakout, you can use this as the same thing. As long as we're above that 741.63, you could potentially take it higher, right? You have the close from yesterday to contend with. But then if you do bust and you get above this all-time higher, I'm going to mark this right now. I didn't mark it yet. Then you've got your next level that I've got up here is 754.14. It's a regressional trend line I've got since October 13th, 2022. So let me mark this all-time high. It's crazy how every day we are just making new highs and just grinding higher, people. It would be great for the market to flush. We need that flush to come, but it hasn't come since the end of March. So, people, listen, the truth be told here is it's not a matter of if the market is going to flush, it's a matter of when. Okay, so to think that this is going to continue to go skyrocketing and never pull back, I think is kind of foolish. However, there is going to be a lot of money coming into the marketplace. I think that, what I read from the SpaceX IPO, there's going to be 100 people that are going to be worth over $160 million after that IPO comes out. Even though the valuation dropped from 2 trillion to 1.8 trillion, it's still a staggering number there. So that money's going to have to go somewhere. I'm sure they'll, take a lot of that money and buy some real estate and such like that. But aside from that, they're going to have to be in the financial market. So I think that right now, people could be repositioning and maybe selling some other stocks to try to get into this, trying to get into the SpaceX once the IPO comes out. But everybody's just kind of waiting on their hands. I think it comes out on June 12th, so be prepared for that. Same thing here on the Qs. If we lose this 735.25 level, speed zone right here, I've got a 729.41 level. And if you lose that level, 725.44. Take a snapshot, people, and we're moving on. Let's move on to Tesla here. Let me just get back to this. Okay, Tesla, I called this yesterday. I said a flush down to this 414.5 level. I like that. Actually, this 412 is holding the 200-day moving average right now. So the same thing that we're talking about speed zones on the upside here. Tesla created a nice little speed zone yesterday. So we have to watch this level now. Now it doesn't mean it's going to go straight up, but we are below the 20-day moving average here, sitting at 422.65, and then we're also sitting below this 20-day exponential moving average that's sitting at 419.28. So there's a little headwind up here. Also, we created a point of control yesterday from yesterday's close, so you can see that came in right here. Here's your point of control. Although, I didn't even see that wick, so I'm gonna leave that up there right now because it's kind of a flash wick. There's really not a lot of volume on that wick, so we'll see. Well, maybe there's a lot of volume on that wick. It did pop up there. There's 4 million shares. So technically, it's not an open point of control, but we'll leave that level up there and see how it responds. If you can get above these two levels right here, I think you push into the 20-day moving average. And then if you get above that, I think you fill this speed zone and you rapidly move up to that 428.14 level. On the downside, if you lose the 200-day moving average, which is 412.51, come down to a weekly high of 409.28, and then below that we have a 100-day moving average sitting at 404.53. Below that we have a 200-day exponential moving average at 395.82, and you also have a weekly high from March 23rd of this year. So I would watch I pay attention to your levels, take a snapshot of these levels, trade off these levels today. The levels have been working out fantastic. Maybe it could be this right here, breaking structure. This could be a level that you're going to probably need to get over. And we'll mark that right there. So 418.35, you could use this level on the open. If you're above it, maybe take a long there. If you're below it, take a short there with your stop just above that, right? So watch those levels here. Take a snapshot of this. This regressional trend line I like. I drew that at the beginning of April. It was right at the lower end, right at the end of March, but it came in at April 7th here. So it's supporting this level right now. So I do not mind this level right here if we can hold right here at 416.85. If we lose this, then I think that you're going to have some downside here, and you're going to have to be prepared for some more flush, right? But I do like this potential speed zone to be filled, though. So if you can recapture the 20-day moving average, then you're going to probably pop up here really quick to at least this 428.14, which is the low from Friday. And then above that, you have 431.20 to contend with over there, right? So before we get into what we're going to trade for today, let's go over our new indicator. So here's Tesla yesterday. We'll expand this yesterday. So in the trade room, unfortunately, Thinkorswim had some problems with their platform yesterday. So even though I wasn't able to trade. I was very happy to see the indicator do its filling and do its job here. So you can see here, I go over this all the time. I have not, anything that you're seeing on here is computer written. And so as the market is moving, all of these symbols, all of the lines are generated by the code that I wrote. Excuse me, I'm having trouble with my words today. So here's the 1 minute chart. So this code is set for a 1 minute. You can put this on the 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, and 15-minute charts, and all these levels will change, right? So here, this is all based. It starts with the base, and the base is the 1 minute range here because we're on the 1 minute chart, right? So if I change this to the 2 minute, here's the 2 minute chart. So the 2 minute, everything changes, right? Because you have 2 minutes now, so it's expanded here. So if you look, here's a 2 minute, 424.10 to 429.6 was the range yesterday on the 2 minute. And then if you go to the 1 minute, obviously it's going to be smaller than that, right? Because you had, I am way too far ahead. Sorry, people. Okay, sorry about that. We'll get over here. And here's the 1 minute yesterday. So the 1 minute was 429.60, 424.40, and it's basically treated as the 5 minute opening range breakout, right? So what you have here, you have these indicators that are telling you when to get into a trade, when to get out of a trade. You still have to do your own homework, people. This is just for educate. You know, I have to say it's for educational purposes. And why? Because nothing is 100%. Everything is about probabilities. And the probabilities and the data that we are finding on this is that on the 1 minute chart, it's trading at a 90 to 96% win rate, meaning that it's going to hit one price target, the first price target, either a call price target, on the long side, or a put price target, 90 to 96% of the time on the 1 minute. And the 2 minute chart is showing it a 90% win rate as well. So now from there, why do we do this? Why do we create this indicator? Because we want to take away as much discretion as possible. But I can make this code autonomous, and I plan to do that. But right now, I still have discretionary, and I still want to make that final decision. I still need to analyze the market, because a signal that you're going to get in the morning is going to be completely different signal than what you'll get in the afternoon, because there's no volume in the afternoon, right? So you could see the signals stop. When did they stop yesterday? They pretty much stopped at about 9:44 yesterday, because the volume kind of tapered off, right? So it did hit. This is what Tesla did yesterday. It gave you your early signals. Right here, there was a break. And then if you got in on the first break, which I don't like doing anymore, it told you right here to get out, right? Because it was trending up. Even though the trade would have worked out, it's a probability thing. So you get out of this trade and you reset. You lost money. If you did lose money, you could have made money on this trade, right? So as you had this break, it did, you did get yourself a couple dollars here. So if you weren't going for your price target, you could have made money on it. However, the market started rallying back. It told you, okay, well, things aren't looking good. Get out of this trade, right? And then it tells you right here, exit your put. And then right here, now it's telling you get into a put. So if you had gotten in here, in this level right here at about 850, you never looked back, right? So there was your beautiful entry right here. And this is the mid-range of that 5 minute opening range. So this green is the high of the range. This red is the low of the range. And then this dotted line that you can see, kind of barely see in here, this is the low of the pre-market. And this dotted line right here is the high of the pre-market. This blue line is your first price target if the market broke up. This dotted blue line, it's actually aqua, but we'll call it blue. That's your second price target. On the downside, here's your first price target on the put side. Here's your second, the dotted purple on the downside, right? And so now, as you can see, market was beautiful right here, beautiful entries, never looked back. It did kind of tell you could have gotten out of the trade here, but then it gave you another signal to get in the trade. So it's giving you signals when it sees some spike in volume, telling you, hey, you better be careful. And then this is where you have to have your discretionary. Do I get out of this trade, or do I stay in this trade? And right here, it gave you another signal, beautiful signal right here to get in this trade. You never look back. Again, it will give you a signal when it starts to trend up a little bit to make a decision to get out. So if you did get in here and it told you to get out here, you're profitable, right? You made 424, you made close to $4 on this move, right? And then you could see as we move on, hit your price target at 957. Okay, so your day is done. Hour and a half of trading, and get on with your day. Enjoy your life. QOL Trading, quality of life. And then as you can see, the market continued to flush the rest of the day. You hit your second price target if you were still trading at about 237 just before the market opened, but that's nothing that I want to be part of. I want to be done with my trading early in the morning. So now let's get on to the rest of them. So here's NVIDIA. So now this code that I wrote, I can put it on all the Mag 7 stocks right now for the time being. And so we had 5 of the 7 that hit. So NVIDIA hit. You could see it hit your first price target very early in the day. You were done after 2 minutes of trading NVIDIA, if that's what you were trading. Even the second price target got hit at 8:38. So 8 minutes, your day is done with NVIDIA. Here we are in Apple right here. Apple flushed out here. It was giving you all kinds of signals. I'm not going to expand this right now because I want to move on. But these are, everything is, just so you know, if you come to the channel, you'll see this. And then by the way, we're going to be marketing this code hopefully within the next couple of weeks. So go to the website. You'll see some updates on the website. And of course, I'll be updating it here. And I'll be showing people how to access this with information, directions, downloading, and of course, support, right? I'm your support with this indicator. I'll be doing updates on it monthly as the algorithms change. But right now, this is fantastic. So getting onto it, Apple, hit your price target, hit your first price target at about 947. Beautiful. And then did it hit and hit your second price target at 1112. Day done. Let's move on to Meta. Meta, hit your first price target at 8:32, 2 minutes after the market opened. Actually, and 3 minutes after the market opened, it hit the second price target. Beautiful. Google did not hit. Let's expand Google. Let's just look at it a little bit. You see Google's action here. So Google is nothing that I trade, but I figure I put the code on all the Mag 7 because I don't know what everybody likes here. But it's, this is stuff that I want no part of. When you're trading within the range, that's when you want to be careful, right? You may want to put your initial trades on there, but when you start getting this sell right here, and then you start getting the yellow square of death, that yellow square of death tells you when to get out of a trade in the direction that the market's moving. But you could see it did not hit your price target. However, there were other price levels that you can base your trades off of, right? So Google did not hit. That's one of the Mag 7s did not hit. I think Amazon was the other one as well. But let's take a look. Amazon really quickly. I don't see if it hits. Nope. Amazon was the other one that did not hit. No big deal. You move on. And Microsoft hit. Microsoft was a beauty. Boom. You could see right here, Microsoft, first 2 minutes of the day, first price target met several times. You could have been trading Microsoft all day long and been making a lot of money, people, right? So beautiful, beautiful results on this indicator. Please stay tuned. And then also, if you want to get a live action of it right now, just come into the Discord channel and you can see the live trading from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. There is a, if you want to take a peek around, you can join for one day, and no money is really needed for that. But after that one day, then you're going to have to support the program here. So let's get over to what we're going to do for today. So today we're going to use tomorrow's expiration date. I'm going to start with the 420 calls. We're a few dollars below that. You could see that the premium closed at $4.10 yesterday. So it's going to open up a little lower, probably in the low to mid threes. And, because there is still time on this, right? Yesterday, there was 0 DT, meaning 0 days till expiration. And today, we have 2 days for this to mature. So this won't be volatile. I mean, it'll be volatile on the open. All stocks, all premiums on options are always volatile on the open until the market settles down. So you don't need to be clicking the button right away. There are thousands of opportunities every day, right? And that's one thing you'll learn with maturity. And I still have issues with myself. So don't feel bad if you're struggling with trading and your discipline, right? I have a leak in my discipline all the time, and I have to look in the mirror and just kind of smack myself in the face and get back to what I know, right? So starting with the 420 calls, I'd probably say this opens up in maybe the low to mid threes, the $3 premium. And then the 415 puts, we were $5.50 on the close yesterday. I'd expect this as a 415. This will probably open up in the fours, maybe. But this is what we're going to start with today, and then we'll see, how the market turns. I could be switching these strike prices as the market moves around because, Tesla seems to be, pretty active these days. Had a pretty decent range yesterday from the open to the close, 429, and then we got down here to this 414 and a half level before the aftermarket yesterday. So I like this 414 and a half level. Like to hold that level right there. I like these levels right here. Here's this 415.88. I think that was yesterday's close. And then we have this regressional trend line here from April 7th that I drew in here. So pretty good levels right here. I would say right now on the open, use this 418.35 level right here. Open above it and hold it. Go, I would take my longs, right? And then I have my stop just below that. And then possibly if the market pops here and rejects this 418.35 level, maybe take your shorts and have your stop just above that. But you do have a lot of support down here, so I'm not sure how much further we can go. However, if we do lose that 414 and a half level, you have a 412.51 level, which is the 200-day moving average. If you lose that, you come back down to 409.28. And then if you lose the 409.28, then you're coming back down to the 400 level, and you want to hold that 400 level. If not, then you're going to get some more flush, right? Anyways, that's going to be it for today. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, like this video. Come on into the Discord room and, pick my brain, people. That's what I'm here for. If I don't see you in there, I will see everybody tomorrow morning. Have a great day. Keep it safe. Trade short hours. Get out and enjoy life. Talk to you soon. Bye.